Hey y'all, it's your girl Monét X Change, and welcome back to part 2 of our lovely Love and Sex Roundtable. If you were a sex toy, what would you be?
Oh shit.
Ooh, those suction ones. Oh my god. So my friend is a
Suction ones.
Okay, my friend's a sex columnist and her name's Carrie.
Ooh,
She was like, I get too many toys. Can you just use this and tell me how it goes? And I texted her afterwards. I'm like, I swear to God, I thought I just pissed on my own bed.
Did you?
It was. No, I squirted, bitch.
Really? Wait,
It
so it's
was-
like sucking on your vagina?
So it sucks on your clit and it vibrates at the same time. And so when you're trying to find the perfect spot for your clit, it's kind of like trying to get it. And then once it gets it, it's just on it. And then you're just like, and then my leg stuck out like a deer, like
Wait, so it
a
finds
paralyzed
your-
goat. And then I was just like, ah.
Wait, it finds your G-spot?
No, you gotta find
you
your,
gotta
not
find-
G-spot, clit.
Yeah, G-spot's on the
You gotta find it, and then once it's on, those legs are straight out, that face is like, drooling, it's all over.
But you like to dry, but okay.
I will.
link in description.
Put it in your bio.
Right over here.
Anyone else want to go on that
What
one?
would you be?
Yeah, what would
What
you
would I
be?
be? I don't know, I feel like I would be like a fleshlight.
That's what I was gonna say.
Same.
That's
A
definitely
fleshlight.
Yeah.
I think a
I'd be
fleshlight
a
would be
pink,
cute.
sparkly 8-inch dildo.
A pink, sparkly 8-inch dildo. Why 8 inches?
Because that's how big I am.
Okay, but are you real 8 inches or internet 8
Or like
inches?
grinder it.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Put it on the
I
table
can
right
tell you how
now.
many people that are huge, XL, 8 inches, you
Oh,
see
no,
it and it's
okay,
like,
see,
And
no,
they always
that's-
put an
I
extra
just-
remote.
like half the remote under their balls. It's like,
No,
that's
see,
not
I
that
like
one.
it. Now you gotta put for me, like put it next to a fucking Glade thing.
No,
That's
that's what straight men do.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why.
Well, she does sleep with straight men,
next to
so.
his dick. I'm like,
That's, I
that's
can't
a
see that.
good
That's
gauge
just
for me
like,
of like
Because
how big
imagine
you
like
are.
someone came over to their house and using the remote, not
That's
knowing
very
3 hours ago
specific.
what's under their balls.
right,
I
I
am
can't
very
use shit in
specific.
straight men's house.
Why is this noise?
I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
I just, I
why
think I'm
would
a very trusting person. I'm like, okay, it looks big.
Right. I do have a photogenic penis though. I'm like, it's very, it's like sometimes
big.
I'm like, they're like, oh wow, that's huge. I'm like, well, it's like extra medium. It's like
Send us the
8.
video later.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been bragging too much for me. I know. I need to see some receipts.
Look, I got them right.
Yeah, you
Show
have
the
them.
camera.
calls
you know.
himself on
I got plenty of video. Yeah.
Honestly, growing up. Oh, never mind.
What sex? What was it say?
What sex toy? I feel like I'd be like a blow-up doll or something. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Like
That's so
the really
cute.
expensive ones nowadays?
Yes.
Of
Or
course.
like, or like the
all
cheap.
made in fucking China, but yeah.
And then you could transfer the hair. That's me too. Like you could have me blonde. You could have me
A real life
redhead,
sex
yes.
doll, you could
And then
dress
I was
around.
literally like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you should make one.
Of mine?
Yes.
Yeah, you should. That should be your merch.
Oh my God. Yes, merch.
Those things are like $20,000.
I'll wait till All
No,
Stars stop.
I think you could do it in China somewhere.
Yeah,
Cheaper,
and you could have her
$5,000.
suction
Wait till I
cup
get
on
on
fashion.
All Stars.
Yeah.
You'll come out looking wonky though.
Oh, no.
One eye over here.
See, no. See, I'm not Gia. Don't do that. I know where my lashes
Oh.
go. My lashes.
Okay. How would your mother or father describe you in one word?
Oh, sweet
Oh,
Jesus.
annoying.
Annoying.
Anyone else?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. She knows all about like. She just like, oh, where are you working tonight? I'm like, oh, the sex party. She's like, okay, take your prep, blah, blah, blah. Like, she knows.
God, I love
She
that.
knows exactly who her
my
son
God,
is.
my
She's
mom's
absolutely,
Yeah,
she knows
that's
exactly who her
amazing.
son is. Yeah.
Sydney?
Oh, unattainable.
Unattainable. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Untouchable.
I mean, yeah, people try to reach out, blocked. I mean, that's just how it is.
Don't
I
slide
love
in those
that.
DMs.
Yeah.
No DMs. Jasmine.
Probably, oh my God, disappointed. That's gonna sound really sad.
I told you you won't bring
I mean,
honor to your family.
I come from a very like traditional Republican Christian like Asian family, so it's like I don't really talk about like I'm completely out about my drag. I'm like they know that I'm gay, but I can never talk about sex in front of them. I wish I had like one of those cool moms like, oh sis, did you do anal today? Or make sure you go get wrapped. You know what I mean? You know there are cool moms when you watch the movies. I thought, oh, I
We're
wish I-
Asian. That doesn't happen.
No, actually, one of my friend's mom is really like cool like that. It's like, was he uncut doll? Like, you know what I mean? I want to be like, if I would love to have kids one day. I want to be open with my kids like they're my kiki girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
but I can't really be.
See, I don't like that relationship because then it's like when you try to tell me something to do, tell me what to do, it's like, sis, you were talking about getting gangbanged the other day. Like
But I don't want to do that when they're like 13, 12. Like it's like you know building that level of relationship, and after when they're an adult and.
You know, my mom still instills the fear. I'm like, I pay the. She's like, no, I don't care. I'm your mom. I'm like, okay, you're right.
See, my mom did, like, we didn't ever got that far. But my mom, before she passed, like, she was like, I mean, she always says that I'm a brat, which is true. I mean, then again, it's how she raised me. So, you raised a spoiled brat then. But as far as in, like, openness, like, we were getting to that point, like, of my, like, knowing about who I'm dating and stuff. And then I remember, like, the last thing I was like, I told my mom, like, about our relationship. She was like, I know why you're dating a black boy. And I was like, and I was just like, what does that mean? She was like, I know. And I go, how do you know? But then she was like, mm-hmm. Then I was like, oh, damn. I was like, isn't that obvious? She was like, I hear your conversations. I was like, oh, damn.
You know, Patty?
I mean, my mother thinks like the sun rises and sets in my asshole. Like they're really, they really support me. And I come from like a conservative background too. So like my extended family, I'm from Mississippi, like the conservative South, like heart of the Bible Belt. Jeez. So my parents are really supportive, but we don't talk about sex and stuff like that. That's still really a weird thing. So I'm like, I don't know what they would say. They'd probably be like, you're okay. Like recently my mom came to New York. Right. Well, recently my mom came to New York and she was like having a conversation. We were talking about like relationships and whatever. And I think she like, for all intents and purposes, like told me to settle. She's like, you know, well, you can't be really choosy. So I think, I think she thinks that I'm like really picky and I like maybe have like too high a standards. So I don't know. I'm beginning to. I wonder really what they think of me. They're like, you really should just like settle.
I mean,
for
your
what comes
pie did
next,
end up in
you're
the
like,
last place.
We're running out of time here.
Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna say a thing, and I'm gonna go around the circle. Everyone just have a quick. It's called Yas or Pass. Okay.
Oh, God.
I gotta say
Okay.
Yas or Pass really quickly. I'm gonna go around the circle. Okay. Rim jobs.
Yes.
Am I giving it or receiving?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I'm receiving,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, if you're receiving yes, if you're giving pass.
Same.
Okay.
Yes, all around.
Oh, no.
Yes to giving, pass to getting.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
I just I just feel like my butthole's broken. Like I've never had anything feel good in or around my butt, and it really isn't like a top thing. It really is just like nothing's like I see the way people react when they get rim jobs, and I'm like, I don't want that.
God.
Like,
You don't want that?
No, I was like, I do want that. I want, but nothing. It doesn't. It's never. It just feels like someone like licking my arm. It's like the same
Really?
sensation, and I'm like, my butthole's broken.
Got it. Body hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's like well kept.
True.
Same. I prefer smooth, like a dolphin, but if it's nice and
Pass.
Pass.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Pubic hair.
Yes.
If it's well kept.
Oh no, that I want you to be a dolphin.
Really?
I don't want to. I don't want to
You
be
don't
like
wanna clean it
fucking
out?
like like I
Flossing
don't-
your teeth,
Flossing
yes.
while I'm like sucking your dick.
Same, unless it's really well kept.
I know.
Yeah, well kept.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be welcome.
Okay.
What in the topiary are people expecting? Like, do you know what I mean? And like, how do you like not shave it all off and like keep it?
It has
do it
to.
with the little
It can't be it can't be like half of the dick.
Right.
Not a flat
Like
top.
if I'm giving you oral sex, a hair should not be in my mouth. Basically, is what I'm saying.
But it's gonna happen.
It's like, oh, you can't paint.
Inevitable.
It's like, don't you dare paint me.
Rarely does it happen if the guy's
Don't-
well kept.
No, it's like that's like saying, oh, you can't paint me if we're doing anal sex.
What do you mean paint you?
You don't know what paint?
What's
No.
painting?
You don't know what painting is?
No.
When you get doodle, on your dick. You don't know what painting?
That is why I don't get rib jobs, boy.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust them with their butts.
That means somebody's not doing the enema right. That's what that
You
means.
never heard that?
Paint. Yeah, it's like, oh, girl, I got
Okay.
painted the other. Like,
The
The only
Shame
reason I know is
No,
because
I told
I
that
follow
everyone.
you, and I heard it from you. So I was like, work.
Again,
God.
it makes a lot of sense why the girl said eh. Okay, you're giving us a lot of information.
Okay. Tattoos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Don't care.
Don't care. Foreplay.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. Starting at dinner.
Starting at dinner, that's the appetizer.
Across the table.
Bianca?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
If they're doing it, yeah.
Oh, so you don't want to give foreplay?
Yeah.
Question. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
As a lesbian,
Yeah.
how do you not have like foreplay? Like,
Trying to be PC, I love it.
no, I don't want to be rude, like
I know.
because like with gays or like heterosexual relationship, you have actually like penetration.
You can have penetration as a lesbian. They're called
Can you?
dildo.
What?
No, not besides dildo, just like in like being with you. So you just only receive oral sex, is what you're saying, like foreplay?
No, I mean, I identify as a log. I lay there and go with the flow.
Not
So-
Oh my God.
So if you're laying there as a log, can someone like sit on your face?
Ooh. That feels like work.
That requires
That feels like I gotta
That sounds like
do
work.
stuff.
Got it. Okay.
We call them starfishes in Australia. You're a starfish because you get everything open.
I'm a pillow princess.
Come on, Sleeping Beauty, you better lay there.
Foreplay?
10 minutes max.
10 minutes max.
I like, I can't do that.
I could do foreplay for a long time.
Yeah.
I have
Turns me on the
to
most.
really like you. Like,
Really?
if it's just like a hookup, I'm like,
I hope I really
Okay,
like you.
music during sex.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like not anything.
No.
You
Well,
wanna-
sometimes,
Silent?
I don't know. I'm not about some like,
okay,
like, you know,
You
it
gotta put in some
depends. It
DMX.
also depends on like who else is in the
Yes.
house. Sometimes I need to like put on music so nobody's
like
like
rave
listening
music.
in. Yeah. I don't know. I don't need there to be music because hopefully I'm not like paying attention to it. It's not gonna affect what we're doing either way. If like, you know, a banger comes on, I'm not gonna get like real into the sex.
Yeah.
you'd be like, you know,
Right. I'm just like,
Yummy, yummy.
music during sex?
Yeah.
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 I like a good background noise, yeah.
Or
If
you're
it's
just-
my playlist.
Oh, right, because you know what they like.
Only Janet.
No, it's not. No. It's a mix of like Limp Bizkit, a little bit of Beyonce.
Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. See?
I'm Limp Bizkit, I'm going to Limp.
Snooki.
I put on massage parlor music, and I don't know if because I'm Asian.
Massage parlor music?
Because like smooth, like waterfall.
Oh, God. Music, Sydney?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to like you.
Okay.
Play music.
Otherwise, you
or
want it very,
not?
very
wait,
casual.
You,
I
so
just-
wait,
yeah,
you
I
have
like
the
to keep
lights
it
on,
Yeah.
full bright, no music, and a little bit of like moaning. Like,
Well, no. No, I like a lot of moaning. No, I like a lot of moaning. I like to
And
like,
painting. Don't forget painting. You
No,
wanna
I
paint.
don't like getting painted. My name is Rembrandt, but I don't like getting painted. Okay?
I love that.
But I like when it's casual. I want to keep it casual because like I've been someone who like, you know, I don't ever want to lead anyone on or make it like seem like it's more than what it is. I like to keep it very, you know, matter of fact, like this is a hookup. I'm gonna treat it like a hookup,
wonder
and then
what sex with you
afterwards,
is like if everyone falls
like
in
you know,
love.
and it depends on the chemistry. Like if I get to you and it's like, oh wow, there's more chemistry than I thought, then you know. But usually it's just like a grinder. Like somebody's like, oh, I send them a dick pic, and they're like, oh cool, come fuck me, and then.
but do you think
True.
putting on music like leads to someone thinking that there's like romantic
Some
involvement?
people do.
I think, yeah.
I
Really?
Especially if it depends on what
With
kind of music. Like if like.
Well, right.
Yeah, if I'm putting on like, you know, like Summer Walker, then it's like, oh, you know.
on, Summer Walker.
Right, but then if I'm like, okay, you putting DMX, like, you know,
X,
we
don't
don't
give
give
it to
a
you.
what, you know, then it's like,
See, you don't know how to. Oh, yeah.
Janine's like into it.
yeah.
See, that would be wild. I have to put on something that's ambient because, like, if
Yeah.
something I'm
Massage parlor
I'm really
music.
connected with music and like ADHD. So, like, if something comes on that I recognize or like if Rihanna came on, like,
my
I'd be full
God,
out
you're
of
not
it.
gonna
I'd be like, hang on, we have to wait for this song
No,
to
but
pass 'cause I
ambient
need to
music is like
appreciate.
romantic a little bit. That's like you're having like a moment, and it's like
Putting on Rihanna is romantic.
no, the ambient
can be.
music. Yeah, you know.
Right, but if it's like good music, I'm gonna be like, I need a moment with my girl.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stop for a second.
Anyway, cum/semen.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cum.
on me,
I mean,
in me.
She doesn't even like spit.
It's around
I-
danger, hazard.
I will allow it to be in my mouth for a second, then I spit it on your stomach.
okay.
On your stomach specifically.
On their stomach, not mine.
Specifically though.
Well, if they're laying down.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
it.
it's like that.
Yeah, not even a hot spit, it's like a.
It's like a kid that doesn't like vegetables.
Yeah, it's like.
Bianca?
A blowjob is not complete until you swallow. I want all your babies in my throat.
Work.
Bars.
Bars. Jasmine.
I don't necessarily have to come during sex. I'm more like a pleaser kind of a
Yes,
thing.
legend.
So I want to see the finish line. Like I'm a very goal-oriented person. I don't know if it's my Asian background.
I love
or
how
something.
this guy is, he cannot. He's like, what did I sign up for today? Sorry.
I need to see you explode in one hole or another. Like I need to see it. Yeah.
All right, Sydney.
Yeah, sure.
You are just
Yeah. Of course.
If I've already come, I don't want come anywhere near me. I don't even like when I masturbate. That's why I don't really masturbate because I hate cum. I hate the cleanup. I really think it's gross.
Oh, so you need a bitch like me because you don't have to clean up.
Clean up on L7, honey.
But like if I haven't come, then come on this area is fine. You know, like, but again, if I've already come, I don't.
What about the other person's cum? Is that what
he's
No,
saying.
yeah. I detest cum. I think
You're so
it's.
selfish.
All right.
No, I know. Just
You said
come
what you
over
said.
there. No, come over there. Just don't come on me.
Yeah, Monét, you didn't answer.
Oh yeah, yes. Honestly, yes to everything except for a painting. No, I don't want to paint. Even though my name is Monét. Have your parents ever seen your nudes?
No.
Well, yes, kind of. Like I post
Like
a lot on
picture-wise?
Instagram, so
Yeah.
it's like you
that's
know
not
I
full
get
nude.
thoughty, right? But they've seen drawings, like, and they're pretty accurate. So like pretty much, yeah. But my mom is always like, she always says she's like, I don't like those pictures. she's like, I think it would be weird if I don't like those because I feel like it would be weird if I liked them. So she doesn't. So she sees them, but she won't. Probably it's probably her the whole time. My Instagram's about to get deleted, and it's literally been my mom.
Anyone else parents seen the nudes? No.
Oh, thank God
I
my
used to
mama
be a
did.
nude model for art class, and they have a
that's beautiful.
framed picture of
Yeah, but that's
me.
different. That's like
Art, yeah.
art. Like, I'm glad my mom, thank God my mom was dead.
Well,
Jesus.
Patty's pictures are art. It's
And art is subjective, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I got caught jerking off one.
Like recently?
No, not recently.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
Yesterday, this morning. Describe a scenario where you feel your gender identity or sexual orientation was an advantage or disadvantage.
Hold up. Before we have this discussion, can we just karate? Can we just identify the two definitions, like the two different definitions? I think for me, it's confusing sometimes.
Gender identity, male, female, non-binary, gender non-conforming, that stuff.
And then sexual identity is gay, straight, bi, trans,
Yeah,
all that. Okay.
all those good things.
I mean, I'm a cis man, so like all the time, like
Yeah.
it's always, you know, unfortunately, it's always sort of an advantage. But
What about your sexual identity?
oh,
As
so
being like a bisexual, pansexual, which you are.
I'm bisexual.
Bisexual.
So I don't know. It helps. My bisexuality helps. Like I can always find a date anywhere at any party. Like you know what I mean. There's nowhere where I'm like, oh well, there's no one here for me.
Gotcha.
You know. But
Me at a gay
as
club.
far as like that goes, I mean, like you know, I'm half Mexican, so like also like being white passing does again, unfortunately, like help sometimes. But I don't think it lately. Bisexuals have been like we're like in vogue right now. Like women are like, oh, I want
so into
a man who sucks a
bisexuals
little
right now.
dick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Really?
oh,
you find
yeah.
that?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. They definitely like men who suck.
I
a
had to
little
say,
dick.
not with black women though. I feel like black women are still like absolutely not.
Wait, I have a question for you because you said that you also dated
Why?
a
Your
trans
voice
woman
cracking.
before.
Yeah.
So isn't that considered pansexual?
So, well, bisexual just means my gender and others. So that's how I define my that's how I define my bisexual.
Means you're attracted to your gender and other genders.
And other genders, yes. So when I did date, I wasn't really out as bi when I started dating. I was just straight. So when I was dating, and she didn't tell me she was trans for the first 6 months of our relationship. She just was sort of like, she was a model. She was like, I don't know, Andrea Pejic. So back in the day, she was just like, oh, I'm ambiguous. I don't really have a gender, blah, blah, blah. So I never had this conversation with her because I was like, okay, if you want to come out as trans to me, then cool, but you identify as sort of like a boy to the rest of the world. And then, 6 months later, she's like, I'm trans. And I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense because I'm straight and you look like you look like a woman. So you know, I had to sort of put my curiousness and my maybe like, oh, am I bisexual? So and then I was like, no, I'm straight. And then when we broke up, then I was like, after 3 years, then I was like, okay, let's see what men are hitting for. You know, let's see what this penis thing is hitting about. You know, like, and then.
Well, I identify as hot first, so that is my advantage.
Absolutely.
Okay, but so does anyone know?
Clap for that.
How does bisexual differ
From pansexuality? Yeah, I'm confused still.
Anyone have the answer on that?
Pan is falling in love with anyone for their personality and who they are, right?
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about.
So it doesn't matter about gender.
Got it.
But you
Yeah.
care about gender.
Gender.
Well, no, I don't care, but like I'm sexual, like again, like bisexual, and like you know, it's more so like if you want to get down to it, like it's sexually fluid is more so my thing. So it comes in like moods, I guess. Like for me, it's like you know, I'm more attracted to sort of like a feminine energy right now. So that could be you know non-binary femme people. It could be feminine gay men.
isn't that
It could be no, because it's fluid. Like again, sometimes like actually I want more masculine people. Like for now. So it like just changes.
See, for me, it depended. Like, I hate to say it this way, but when I was sex working, I was able to use who I am to my advantage. I'm a plus size girl, I'm Asian, and I'm trans. That's like hitting 3 fetishes at once.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why that's why I drew so much men, because I was like Asian. Plus like that whole passable and passy kind of situation also worked into my advantage. So yeah, I was like, yeah, it was fun. Mainly when I was working, bitch.
Got it.
Ugh, so good. The money was so damn good.
A situation where your gender or sexual identity was a disadvantage or an advantage.
I don't know if that's a disadvantage. I think just being Asian is a disadvantage. I don't know if that's taking a turn, but I feel like in Western culture, I think, especially as a, well, I mean, when I dress up as a woman, it's an
Okay,
advantage.
that's what I was about to
but
say,
if
I'm like-
as a boy,
Yeah.
it's definitely a disadvantage. Like, if I go back to Korea, it's fine because they're just full of Koreans. And actually, most of the Asians there only prefer other Asians. Like, they don't really want to mess around with Western folks. But yeah, I don't know if like gender really matters with me or you know, yeah.
Fill in the blank. I blank the holidays.
I hate the holidays.
You hate the holidays.
Yeah.
Got it.
I love the holidays.
You love the holidays like Christmas?
I love Christmas.
Hate it.
Praise
I'm
him.
Filipino.
Hate the holidays.
Hate it.
I'm Filipino. I love the holidays.
Wait, why does Filipino have
Because like Filipino, like in
Culture,
the Filipino culture, like we celebrate Christmas in fucking September, bitch.
Really?
Yeah, we start in September. As soon as the Burr months come, we are like all like the Christmas, like mainly in the Philippines, all the Christmas stuff is already out. Like and Christmas music is playing everywhere. I love Christmas. Yeah, that's
I love the holidays. Everyone gets off work.
I'm neither here or there. I'm like,
I'm like, the holidays or whatever. For some reason, the holidays make me like especially horny. Like when I'm trapped with like, they do. When you're
say sad.
But wait. But when I'm trapped with like family for like a long time,
You get
like
horny?
or like several days, yeah, I'm just like, get me out of here. Get me like dick. Get me something. Like I need.
Well, why does it
I
make
need
you
to step
sad?
out.
See, I dry out around
wait,
that
hold
time.
on.
Like I don't want dick around me because I just
family.
want my family around me. Like I
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, is that bad? Did I just offend my family?
No.
Just like sorry.
Sydney had one. What?
I'm not close with my family, so like the holidays, it's annoying because then you know you go to the Friendsgiving and people are burning mac and cheese, and then
Not
you
burning mac and
They're burning the mac and cheese. They just don't know how to cook, and then everybody's with their family, posting it on Instagram, and then
Yeah.
you feel like left out, and then you have to like Photoshop some random people in your photo. It's rough.
Yeah.
Finish your sentence. LGBTQ history is
Important, necessary.
important and necessary like that.
Fierce.
Fierce, right? LGBT, like it is
It is
fucking
fucking
fierce, girl.
fierce. Yeah.
It is like Stonewall. That is some fierce shit.
Yeah.
Nobody died?
Nobody was killed. Yeah.
You're resilient.
It's what?
Resilient.
LGBTQ history is resilient.
Yeah, it's you know, it's
Yeah, it deserves respect.
it's ongoing.
It's layered.
Layered.
Layered. Ooh, that's a good one. During sex, I won't put blank in my mouth. We already know, Kiki. But anything else? For me, fingers. Don't put your fingers in my mouth.
Oh yeah, fingers.
I don't want fingers or toes.
Especially if you're a smoker, I can't.
You don't like toes?
No, feet, no. I have dragon feet. I don't want
I only like feminine men's feet.
feminine
I
men's
very
can't
specific.
deal with like.
So you don't like
yeah.
Hobbit fade? is what you're
No,
Like Monét's
ew,
feet.
Hell no. I can't.
No, I
No,
don't
I like big feet. You know, it just has to be like really pretty feet. Like
Right.
I-
Like manicure, well manicured.
Well,
and
then it just
kept.
like looks clean.
I just
You
got a
know?
pedicure. so-
Yeah. We'll talk later.
Okay, next one. Do you think there will always be a closet?
Yes.
A closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because there'll always be like, you know, sort of like this inherent
Oppression.
self-hate. Like, you know, I don't think there's gonna be a time where like there isn't like just sort of
But
like
isn't that self-hate put on by society?
Yeah.
Like society
I
teaches you how to.
yeah, but I mean I don't
I think we're working towards having like none of that. I think like there's more awareness of sex workers, of like LGBTQI, all of everything. So it's starting to like, it's still a long stretch, but it'll happen eventually.
I feel like there'll always be a closet because even as a kid, it's still always the unknown. You
Yeah.
don't know yet until you like to explore. So it's just, I feel like
Yeah.
the closet was for me at one point was my security blanket because nobody had to know who I was. And
One
even
way or
when-
the other,
Yeah,
straight,
even
yeah.
before I came out as trans, like that was like my immediate friends and my family knew. I didn't come out to the world that I was trans, but I didn't want, because it was like safe for me and I didn't want to expose myself to people who probably would judge me.
Yeah, but that's a society, is what I'm. Yeah, so it's the same.
But I feel like sometimes it's still kind of safe to be like in a closet for a
Yeah.
while, for like a second.
I think there'll always be a closet because even if people are saying they're so accepting, they're not.
Right.
Like, and even though it's 2020, there's still racism,
Yeah.
misogyny, sexism. Like, it's
I
just
think
going
it's
to be
human nature,
It's,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like again, in a perfect world, there could be a closet that's not problematic.
Right.
Right? You could just be a private person that no one really has to know about
Right.
your life because it doesn't matter.
Queen
But, like,
Latifah.
yeah.
Right. Do we think? I mean, I don't know.
She has a partner.
Do we know that?
She doesn't talk about that.
She
talk
has
about it.
never
mention
talked
it at all.
about it ever.
We could also talk about there's a lot of male celebrities
No, yeah.
that
Yeah.
are very,
But I feel like-
very into the ladies.
I feel like even us discussing this is
Oh, the girls,
also kind of. I posted our status about this whole thing before. Us talking about this also, I feel like sometimes people take it as us shaming them
No.
in a way, and I
No,
feel
no,
like
no.
that. No, but I'm saying we are shaming them, but I feel like they feel like we are shaming them, and I feel like that's why, like we said, we're talking about closet is still there because we are talking about these celebrities or like Queen Latifah not being really public with her relationship. It's like we're still making it a taboo subject just by human nature, and that's why I say that closet will always be there.
Well, I think it's what is it? Someone said like a closet that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right. You can have a closet that's not problematic.
It's not
Private.
problematic.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I think that Queen Latifah, whether she's straight, gay, who knows what she is, she's just like
just
I just want to. It's just no one's business.
Yeah.
Whether, like who,
And technically,
What
it
I'm
is-
sucking or licking in the dark is no one's
you-
business.
Who we fuck is nobody else's business. You know, like truthfully, like you know, like.
But
I mean,
I do
we
think it
say
sends
that,
a good
but-
message. I do think it sends a
Bitch.
good message to like be out and proud, especially if you do have so much influence.
Platform, yeah.
Like if you're just a normal person, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're someone who could make a difference, especially if you have the security blanket of being gargantuanly rich, that you really don't have. Like, you know, not to say that
You're not gonna be bothered.
because she's a black woman. Of course, she's gonna. Being an out black woman is gonna affect her differently than it would like some out like white man. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you already have like millions of dollars, like. You're not really gonna lose out, and you could be helping like a bunch of people.
But
But I don't want to
think-
put that on my shoulders.
No,
Like, and then,
yeah,
like,
of
I
course-
should
no,
be
of
able to
course
live my
not.
life.
Of
I don't
course
want to
not.
have to.
No.
I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I think that's another thing that people do with celebrities. Like, well, you
Yeah.
have a platform and you should do this. And it's like, I don't want to
not
be the
their job.
spokesman
No,
for all
it's
of
not
this.
their job. But
Yeah.
but if you could, why not?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like mainly with these men that love trans women, because when I was working, a few of them have hit up my number, and I'm like,
Or
Jesus, like, if you like, because they're like specifically like super macho, like, you know, like you would never call them gay.
No, of course.
So for them, like, if those men who are attracted and are attracted to trans women, if they came out and were like, and told people that, you know, liking or being in love
like,
or
okay, yeah,
being attracted to a
loving, yeah.
trans woman is like being in love with a cis woman.
But see, that's sort of what I mean, where it's not, you know, it's sort of like you can be a good example of being like, this is who I am, I'm still a straight man, and I love trans women, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, that's sort of like a closet that you can come out and, like, and make a difference to other people or kind of change a narrative and kind of, like, open the door for other people to be like, oh, well, okay, well, if I see this person and this is how they live and I relate to them, then I can, you know, I can normalize something a bit, and I can help not just the men that are attracted to, but like just help trans women just safely date and like be loved.
And be loved. That was so amazing, guys. On that note, I think this is a very open and honest conversation. Thank you guys all for joining us here at Build, and we'll talk to you guys next time.